Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. Guys, in this video today, I want to cover a couple things about life and death. Today, I went and visited my friend that's like a brother to me. I don't have any brothers or sisters, any siblings, but his father passed away, and it's really the only close family he had left. And, I went to say goodbye to him, to his, pay my respects today to his dad. And, he's always good to me. And, me and my son have talked a lot about it, about, if for some reason we died, we just, there's two things in life that I know my son is like-minded heart like me, because he says, Dad, I don't want to die. And if I do have to die, I sure don't want to die in a state that I'm not right with the Most High. Now, that's a child saying that. That ain't something I put in his mind or anything like that. The child's seen it on his own. And I am so grateful for that. Praise the Most High, y'all. And, ladies and gentlemen, it's really, I'm telling you, today is just like a lot of thoughts going into my mind, because, today, I started to keep the 7th moon last month, and I kept the Feast of Passover, or Feast of Unleavened Bread, Passover and all that, in the 2nd month, additional to doing it in the 1st, because that I'd been traveling anyway. Scripture says man is away. That you couldn't be kept in the 2nd month. And I did it anyway, both months. And I'm so glad I did, because I was obviously off, because this year's definitely, if you started the timetables when I did, I was off by a month. And a lot of you subscribers pointed that out to me, and I appreciate that. I should have paid more attention. I've just been such travel this year. I've stopped dead in my tracks about 2 weeks ago. I pulled the plug on the fast motion lifestyle. I've really dialed things back to how it used to, and it wasn't shortly thereafter that here, like I said, my friend's father passed away, and it really puts in perspective for me, especially sitting here thinking on Day of Feast of Trumpets, and I sounded the shofar today myself, and on my land, is that we don't know the day nor hour the Son of Man's gonna come. I don't know the exact time, but I know that that day is definitely coming sooner than later. And me and my friends have discussed, brothers and sisters in the faith have discussed, if next year on Feast of Trumpets, if the great and awesome day of the Most High Yah is going to begin. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be next year or not. But the thing that sticks out to me is that I see so many people in this walk of life. They are great success. I've been almost out on the street. Now I'm very successful. I was once not successful. Then I had a decent job. Then I was jobless. Your life changes all the time. You want to walk, Hobby? All right. And so, your life changes all the time. And you never know what's going to come or go. And it is so nice to have that rest assured feeling in your heart that things are right with the Most High Yah the day you die. Because at the end of the day, that is all. I think about this, it's like no Yah, no peace. And when I mean no Yah, I mean K-N-O-W. And then inside of that, is the flip side of that is no Yah, no peace. So N-O. You either know him or you don't know him. And as a Gentile converted to the Most High Yah, to me, I feel like the bar is set higher than it is for the children of Israel, because, we're an outsider, cleaving to the Most High Yah's commands. But there's so many blessed promises, especially the one Zechariah, that in that day, many Gentiles be joined to him to become his people. Just so many wonderful, wonderful blessings. And you can't say that Gentiles are the lost 10 tribes of Israel and all that stuff, because it plainly delineates of the nations. Okay, there's the children of Israel, and there's the people of the nations. And I'm not going to get off that. Our discussion right now is about life and death. But, there's so many people I see them die in a state of being lost. Hey, John, I know you hadn't come over to where I was at yet. Whenever I was sitting there starting this video. What's the two things me and you talk about often that we don't want, if for some reason something happens to us, what's the two things we don't want happen?
Die not knowing the Most High and dying.
Yeah. See, you didn't know it. I was telling people that in the video before you come over to me. And, you know, me and John, you know, this is a constant conversation. This constant theme comes up to us because we don't know if we're going to live through the trumpets. You know, I mean, like, I pray that I'm sealed. But, you know, just being sealed doesn't mean that I'm not going to have some persecution. I mean, and heaven only knows the things that's going to come. I mean, we got to put all our trust in the Most High. And I tell you, like, Day of Atonement's coming up. And ladies and gentlemen, I've saved this log that from where I worked up in Alaska. There were so many things that happened in my past that I can't get into, that actually while I was away for a long time. And ever since then, you know, I've had so many life changes. And you know, I've saved that log from when I was up north working. And I'm going to burn that thing this week. And I am going to sit in sackcloth and ashes on the 10th day. And you know, there's a lot of things that I'm really going to focus on this coming year ahead, because I want righteousness in my life. I want salvation and protection. And I don't, you know, if for some reason I die tomorrow, you know, I've told my wife multiple times. Matter of fact, I told her I pray she is cursed if she don't honor my wishes. That I said if I died, I don't want to be chunked in the ground. I want to be put in a sepulcher, and so that one day when that great trumpet blast comes, I can just walk right out there and see my Most High Yah. You know, I mean, that's where I'm at with it. I don't want to be put in the ground. And yes, I know a lot of people get buried in the ground. That's their discretion. But I want to be ready. I want to be one of the first people, if I do have to go to sleep before the Most High Yah comes, that man, the sound of that trumpet blast, I can walk right out to meet him and be the first in line. And ladies and gentlemen, your concern in life should not be how much money you made, what your status is, did I just make the coolest post on Facebook, you know, blah, blah, blah. All these vanities of life. The most important thing should be is, am I right with the Most High Yah? I ask myself that often. You'll never see me on here acting like I'm some self-righteous tool bag like all these prosperity gospel preachers and all that garbage. You know, you'll never see that. And if you do, rebuke me, because like I'm telling you, we're all on a journey to righteousness. That putting away of sin, oh my gosh, if it ever been done, I mean, you need to do it now. I mean, like to me, it's beautiful women. It's, man, I eat one plate of food, let me eat another. And you say, man, you're a pretty thin guy. Yeah, but I'm thickening up. You know, I need to put that junk away. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that you've got to, you know, I don't care if a person has 100, you know, 99% almost righteous. There's still that 1% something's going on that you got to clean out of your life. And then you got somebody that's 5% righteous. They just got all sorts of, you know, everybody's going to have to get this garbage out of their life before, especially before the day of the trumpet started. All right, because I can, you know, I feel like that the Most High is going to remove his presence from this earth one day very soon. That drawing presence is going to be removed. And it's, if there's ever been a time to get it right, it's now, because it's going to be even harder during the trumpets. And you don't want to be laid, slapped, and tagged when it's all said and done and die in a lost state. You know, because when the books are open, the book of life's laid open, and their names are read out of it, we want to be on that roll call. I'm telling you, like, I pray I am in that book of remembrance. Brother Joe, you know, me and him have this constant conversation about, you know, being in the book of remembrance. And I want to be found in that one day. And ladies and gentlemen, I love each and every one of you. You know, life is precious. It can fade in a moment. Today I went and said goodbye to somebody I knowed for a long time. You never know when it's going to come. My grandmother was taken from me suddenly. I've had friends taken from, you know, about just about anybody that I've ever known, they got taken away pretty quickly, swiftly. And, you know, I just pray that I live to see the coming of the Most High. Y'all, please, if you've ever done anything for me, just pray that I live to see his kingdom come, because that, and with my family and friends alive, that's what I want to see. And I want to not only live, but I want to be found in a righteous state, perfection of character before he comes, because that's the goal. Whether we are asleep in the grave, and notice I said asleep in the grave, not burning in some hell fire, because that's the lake of fire for those that are resurrected one day that are not found righteous. They're going to be burned up, turned to ash, never to exist again. You know, we're talking about never existing again. This is serious stuff. All right, so you don't want to be found in a lost state. All right, so no matter what the cost, no matter what it takes, you want to die in a righteous state. All right, because that blessed assurance of that great day of resurrection, just like Lazarus was asleep, that poor guy, he died, then he was resurrected, then he died, and now he's gonna be resurrected again on the last day. I mean, he's got it down. He knows how it works. All right, so that day is coming when the righteous ain't gonna sleep no more, but gonna be forever with the Most High on. Let's pray we get accounted with that number. Guys, till we see you again here at Seven Trumpets Prepper Channel, I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua name.